Hello there, it's Carrie Rhodes here. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today's video is part of the Sweet Summer Release Hop with Trinity Stamps celebrating their 4th birthday. So check that out at carriestamps.com for your chance to win some giveaways. I am going to be playing with this brand new Cupcake card die set. I love a shaped card and I love to make cards that are food related. So this die set makes me so happy. I love that it has embossed detailing in the frosting and the cupcake paper and the candle. There's a cherry, there's even a sentiment with a shadow layer. It's so much fun. So this is a half sheet of cardstock, 8.5 by 5.5, and I am die cutting my cupcake from that. And you can see here it's going to create a scored line right in the middle, perfect for folding and making a shaped card. It makes me so happy, and I love the size of this. It'll fit in your A2 size envelopes. So now we need to use the other dies to decorate this. So I'm going to do the cupcake liner from this gorgeous heart paper, and I am cutting it from the middle so I could use this for a background on another card if I wanted. But there you can see the detail in that cupcake liner paper. And this piece right here creates the actual cake part of the cupcake, and the edge of it is going to line up with the top edge of the cupcake liner. So clever. I love it. All right, now for the frosting. We're going to make some frosting using the gel press and 3 different shades of brown acrylic paint. So I tried a few different things with the gel press and I actually lost some of the footage. So I'm going to show you what I have, and I will have another video coming out very soon that's going to actually show this technique. So I'm just brayering on these different colors of brown, and I kind of want to mix them together a little bit so I can get darker and lighter areas of brown. I had quite a bit of paint on my gel press, so cleaning it off on my scratch paper there with my brayer and just trying to remove a little bit of the paint actually. Then I'm bringing in a plastic bag. This is like the kind you would get in the produce section. I'm going to lay that on my gel press and twist it around. But that's the part I lost. So I'm just showing you some of the papers I had. This is part of that twisting of the bag. And I really liked this, but to me it looked more like ice cream than frosting. So I'm going to save those because there's some ice cream things in this new release and I'm excited to use these prints with that. But this was my cleanup print. So I had put on a light layer of print over some dried paint, some light brown, and it picked up all the dried paint, and I felt like this more solid print worked best for my frosting. So I'm going to die cut the frosting piece from a corner of this paper, and you can see maybe you agree with me that it looks more like frosting, maybe? Yeah. I got a little paint on my hands, and that's how you know you're having fun with your gel press, right? So now I'm taking that frosting piece and I'm pressing it down into an embossing pad. So really sticky ink that's going to stay wet a little bit longer so I can sprinkle powder on it. This is clear embossing powder, and it's going to give me a really shiny finish like frosting. So I'm going to heat set that and melt that powder with my heat tool, and yeah, it's nice and shiny. And I guess if you were into making a certain kind of emoji, you could put a face on this and it could be something completely different. You might know what I mean. All right, now let's do the cherry. So I cut the cherry twice, once from black and once from red. I'm going to have the outline be black and the inside red. And then we have the candle, which I actually don't end up using on this card, but you can see it embosses in the candle, and there's two different sizes for the flames, so you could layer them up. Speaking of layering, this is the sentiment that you can die cut the sentiment and then mount it onto a layer. So my layer is vellum, and the top piece I cut from red, and you can see the ISH is one piece, the W is one piece, and then don't lose your tittle. That's the dot to the top of your eye. Keep that, stick it down. There's a perfect little spot for it. So now all we need to do is glue everything into place. So I'm using liquid glue. That way, if I need to scooch it around, I can do that. And I like liquid glue the best. I don't know. What about you? Do you like liquid glue? Are you a tape runner type of crafter? Let me know what your favorite adhesive is. All right, so on with the frosting, and you can see my frosting has a little bit of contrast in color from my cupcake and texture. I love that. So see, I thought about using the candle. I wasn't going for it, so I just stuck with the cherry. So what I'm going to do is glue this outline piece down to my cupcake first, and then when that's in place, I can take the inner piece, the red part, and glue that right in there, and it fits in there perfectly. So there's my little cherry with a black stem. Love it. And then I'm going to add my sentiment, and I'm going to stick that right on the cupcake liner. It's a really good spot to put a sentiment. We have a brand new Simply Sentimental birthday stamp set, which would work really good for this as well. Or you could put your additional like happy birthday or whatever on the inside of this card because it's a shape card. I love it. All right, time for embellishments. Oh my word, Trinity Stamps came out with like every single solitary color of sprinkles that are clay elements, and I'm giddy over it. So I'm going to do the red, the white, and the blue. I really wasn't meaning to make a patriotic cupcake, but it kind of ended up like that, and I'm totally okay with it. I would eat this cupcake. Chocolate cake with chocolate frosting is my favorite cupcake. Totally. You know, if you want to put some filling in the cupcake, that doesn't hurt my feelings either. So I cannot wait though to make more flavors of cupcakes with this die because it's totally calorie free. Yeah. And that's the way I like it. So now I am adding some diamond stickles over the top of my cherry and my sentiment because it just needed a little bling, a little, you know, pizzazz. So I did that and let it dry to finish off my super cute cupcake shape card. Now remember, today's video is part of a hop, so you're going to want to go over to carrystamps.com. That's my blog. I have a link to it in the description box below. There are so many stops on this hop because this is a gigantic new release. I also have a link to the full release video that shows you everything in the new release. I got to make it for Trinity Stamps this month, so I'm super excited about it. So check those things out and have a great day. Happy stamping! Bye!